Hi everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I will teach you how to use Google Colab. So I hope that everybody has a Google account now, the Gmail account. So let's start this lecture. So first of all, you have to open this Google page. After this, you can see here, these are the 9 dots where the Google apps are present. Just click on this and then go to Drive, click on the Drive. So this is a drive of 15 GB, which is freely available for every Gmail user. So you can place or you can save your data in this drive as well. Right now, my drive is empty and there are no folder or file in this drive. Now I want to use Google Colab. So the first step is to bring those files or folder where the Python code is present or which I want to run on the Google Colab. So let's see how I can upload the folder or files in this Google Drive. So right click on the space, then you have to upload the file or folder. It depends upon your choice. This is a file upload and this is a folder upload. So I have to upload the folder. So I click on the folder upload and it will take me to the computer, my computer where the files are placed. So I will go to the desktop here. In the desktop, there is a folder introduction to Google Colab. So I will upload this folder and this is the upload, and you can see here upload has already started. It has only 3 documents inside, and it will take I think less than a minute. So we can see that this folder has now uploaded to my drive. Now before going further, there is a one very important thing which we are going to use here. Let's see the path of this folder which I have now uploaded into my drive. So the first thing is a drive, then my drive, and inside the my drive there is a folder called introduction to Google Colab. So if I click this folder, so there are files present which I have to run in a Google Colab. So this is very important that we must know the path of the files which we are going to run in Google Colab. So the path is drive, my drive, and introduction to the Google Colab. Now, how to use a Google Colab? So the first thing is you have to check whether Google Colab has already installed in your computer, in your drive or not. So in order to check this, you have to right click anywhere in this space. If you right click, you will see more. If you see the more, and let me click at this point so that we can see it very clearly. If we right click here, this is a more. So more means you have an apps. So if I go down to the apps, these are all the apps which are already installed in your computer. So you can see in my computer, the Google Colab has already been installed. So I do not need to install. So if you see that in your computer, you have a Google Drive, Google My Maps, and Google Sites, and there is no Google Colab, then what you will do? You will go to the connect more apps. So it will connect more apps to your PC. So let's click this. If you click this, a page is pop up and you can see here a Google Colab is present. So it sent me a signal that this has already been installed to your computer. So if this is not installed on your computer, you have to click on this and you have to follow just instruction and it will be easily installed on your computer. So since it has already been installed in my computer, so I will not going to install it again. So I am closing this window. So this is the way of reaching or installing to the Google Colab. Now, if I see this file, this file is called Colab Reading Files 1 and its extension is IPyNB. So it is a Jupyter notebook. This is also a Jupyter notebook and this is a data set. This is called my signal data set. And if you see this extension, it is a CSV file. So I have to run this, and these things in my Google Colab. And now I am ready to go because I have a Gmail account. And in addition to Gmail account, I have already installed Google Colab in my computer. And I have shown you how to install Google Colab. After this all installment, all these necessary things, we are ready to go. So let's click this. So you see the Colab reading file 1, I can open this. It is open and now I can run this. So if I click here, this is a rectangle source of button, which is a file button or a folder button. We can see what folders or what files have already been presented to us. So we have a sample data. So in Google Colab, there are two data sets, California housing data set and MNIST data set, which has already been given you for practice. So, and you can also bring your data set here. We will see how. So these are the sample data set. Now, in order to start Google Colab, first of all, we have to see the run type. If we go to the run type, if we click on the run type, here is an option change run type. If you go to the change run type, there are three options: none, GPU, TPU. GPU stand for graphical processing unit and TPU stand for tensor processing unit. Since this is our first code, we are understanding Google Colab, the first code in Google Colab. So we don't need a TPU and GPU. Our data is not very heavy, very large. So just click on the none. None means that we are happy to run our data on CPU and then save. So in this way, we have selected our run type, which is a CPU. After this, you can see this is the first cell, this is the second cell, this is the third cell. So the data or the code is written in the cell, and we can run this cell individually. So let's run this first cell and see how we can import pandas and how we can import matplotlib in our working environment. So in order to import these important file, I just have to run this button and everything is there. You can see there is a tick mark, there is a check mark. It means these files are successfully imported in our working environment. Now, if I want to add more cell between first cell and second cell, so what I can do, I can hit this button, code. So there is another code here, there is another cell, and I can type anything. Suppose I want to import NumPy. So import NumPy as NP. And after that writing, I can run this cell. So this is a very simple way of adding more cell to our Google Colab environment. So if I want to add a cell where I have to write a text, so this is a button. If I click here and then I click the text, I will get the cell where I can type the text. So my text is reading dataset. So I am going to read a dataset and then I will run this cell, and you can see that I have successfully entering my text. So in this way, we can very simply add a cell in a Google Colab, and we can very easily add a code cell and a text cell as well. Now, the most important part of the Google Colab is coming. I have to read the data. Now, let's see if I run this cell, whether I am able to import the data or not. So if I run this cell, you can see I get an error, no such file or directory. This is error 2 and no such file. The reason is I did not set a path. If you remember at the start of this video, I said that the path is very important and we must know the path where our files are present. So our file will present, if you remember, it was in Drive, My Drive, and then the folder called Introduction to Google Colab. So for this, or in order to run this data set successfully in my Google Colab environment, I have to mount the drive in the environment. So how I will do? Please, how I will do this? Please concentrate on these steps. So here, if you go, you can see there is an icon. If I put my mouse here, it is allowing me to mount the drive. So I can mount the drive very easily by clicking on this. So if I click this, you can see from here, there's a cell is created and they are asking me either I have to run this or dismiss it. So I have to run this because I have to mount the drive. I have to set the path so that I can import this dataset into my environment. So let's run this cell. When I run this cell, it is asking for the permission. So I said connect to Google Drive, and then a window is pop up according to your account, and they want permission. So you have to permit them so that they can mount a drive on your Google space. So I click on my account, and if I scroll it further down, I have to allow them to mount the drive. Now the Google is mounting the drive. And after mounting the drive, it will take some time. And after mounting the drive, I will be able to run this cell or to import the dataset in my Google environment. Now, student, you can see that the drive has already been mounted, and after some time it will be appear here. Now, from the mounted drive, what we have to do is we have to select the path. When the path is selected, at that time we will be able to run that code. So what is going on? We have to add a cell here and select a path, the current directory or a current path. So we have a sign, percentage sign, that we have to send the current directory. And after current directory, we have to insert a path where our data is located. So we are still waiting here for the drive to be mounted and appear on our sample. And now you can see that the drive has appeared. So I have to click drive. Inside the drive is my drive. So if I click this my drive, inside the my drive, it is introduction to Google Colab. So if I click this, I can see all the files which are present in my folder called introduction to Google Colab. So I have to select the path, that is drive, my drive, and introduction to Google Colab. So I will go to these three vertical dots. And if I click on these three vertical dots and I scroll down, I can see copy path. So I have to copy the path, and then with percentage sign space current directory CD, I have to just paste. I have to just paste the path, and I have to run this. Now the drive has already been mounted. Oh, I can see that it is giving an error. The percentage is not found. So I think I have to remove that space. So I have to remove that space. And if I run this again, now I can see that my path is drive, my drive, introduction to Google Colab. Now the drive has already been mounted. The path is set. If I go back and I try to run this cell again, I hope I will be successful. So now you can see the data is successfully imported. And after the imported, we can see the head of the data. So you can see this is the head of data. We are not interested right now what kind of data is, what are the feature of data, what are the characteristic of data. The most important thing of this lecture is how to mount a drive, how to import a data set from the folder into our Google Colab environment, how to set a path. So this is the method. You can see with this code, by clicking this button, we get this code. And when we run this, we have mounted the drive. After mounting the drive, we can select the path from the Google Colab. So in this way, we are able to import our data set into the environment. And after that, you can do anything with your data. You can check the shape of the data. You have 6,090 rows and 257 columns. You can check the different values from the data. So right now, you can plot something. It is very easy. Right now, we are not interested in evaluating the data, in the analysis of data. The rest of the courses, we will definitely be doing this. But right now, we are interested how to start working in Google Colab environment. What are the most important thing, how to add the cell, how to add the code cell, how to add the text cell, as most importantly, how to run the data set in our Colab environment by mounting the drive and by setting the path. I hope you have understand this. I stop this lecture here. I will see you in the next video.